Parker and Jason Boyette. Brought to you by First Bank and Kincaid Service Company. Let's get ready to talk some sports. Here are your hosts, David, Bill, Kenny, and Jason.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Bedford County Sports Talk Live. I'm David Thomas, Mr. Bill Anderson, Kenny Parker, Jason Boyette, sitting here to talk about our local sports, which last night we got a little wet, guys.
Got a little wet.
And a little electrified, too.
And didn't get them all in.
Yeah. So we got more to talk about next week probably than we will this week because we got a bunch of games in the Middle Tennessee area that got canceled.
Shelbyville will have to go back and play again tonight. So next week we'll talk about two
Shelbyville games
and their home opener.
Right, and then we had an abbreviated game at Community. We're gonna come back and talk about these games and more. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back after we hear from our sponsors, First Bank and
Kincaid Service
Company.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
All righty, welcome back in here for some Bedford County sports talk this morning. We're going to get right to the scoreboard. Bill, what all you got for us this morning? We know about our two locals that played last night.
Let's do a trivia question right off the bat.
All right,
ready?
Question. Okay.
Tennessee trivia question. Who was the first Tennessee volunteer running back or runner to run for over 200 yards in a game? What year was it? Who were they playing against?
Oh, we got to know the year, too.
Just get the player.
The player, if you get the player, it's pretty impressive.
You're going and Twitter that one up.
Twitter that one up. Yeah.
Johnny Majors.
I was going to say, does it have to be a running back or can it be
It's just the first running back. Was first person to run for 200 yards in Tennessee history.
I'm going Huntland's Johnny
Majors.
All right, you think he can run 200 yards?
Back in his day, Paul Horning snuffed him out of the Heisman.
That was actually my first thought too. Possibly
not quite that far back.
Not that far back. No. All right, so y'all think about that. Get your entries in, and you're going to win. You're not going to win anything, but you're going to win.
You're going to win.
All right.
Well, we were trying to get the pins. What we were trying to do.
Well,
we couldn't get S. Todd.
Our source is playing out on
I couldn't use my pen today, and it's Parker Superstition because it's blue, and my Packers are playing a team that wears blue, so I had to bring my green pen today. But I'll have it next week.
Well, it's a rumor going around that there's been a big run on those pens.
I believe it's high in demand.
High demand.
It may be the new stocking stuffer for Christmas.
And I'm going to tell you right now, it writes.
It really does.
Good writing pen.
Outstanding pen.
Blue ink.
I'm quite sure S. Todd would definitely want one to write if he had his name.
Absolutely. Mr. Boyette was supposed to get one last night.
I was. Rule 31 mediator.
Yes. Did you get your pen last night?
He left it in his car.
So that's a no.
That's a no. All right.
Still pinless.
Let's check out some scores. Shelbyville plays Franklin 6 o'clock tonight, right?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Make that one up.
And by the way, that will be on NFHS Network. They have it scheduled.
Team's leaving at 2:30 if you want to go out and root about.
Yeah. All right.
Cascade went down to Summertown, good football team. 23-21. Summertown beat Cascade. But boy, that was a good one.
It was a good one, and the only team Summertown's lost to is Lawrence County, and Lawrence County made some noise last night too. So it was a very good football game. Cascade got behind 10-0. Came back, scored, made it 10-7. Lawrence County scored right before halftime, made it 17-7. Cascade got the ball, went in, scored, in the third quarter, made it a 17-14 game. Held them, went in the fourth quarter, early in the fourth quarter, scored a touchdown, went up 21-17, and then Summertown threw a touchdown pass late in the fourth quarter for the convincing the final 23-21 score.
Kenny, I noticed I watched that game since there was nothing else going on.
Yeah, I was listening on the radio.
And there wasn't a lot of passing in that game at all. It was wet.
Yeah.
They had the rain. And it was like Summertown would get the ball, and they would just 4 and 5
That was
down
their
the
game. That's their
field,
game.
just down the field, slow the clock down. And you know what? We did the same thing. We didn't throw the ball much.
That was supposedly Summertown's.
And well, it looked like it was our game too. And it's whoever had the ball last.
Summertown had been averaging about 350 yards rushing a game.
Yeah,
going into last night's game. So that's their MO.
They had 2 or 3 they weren't big, 160 pound, 170 pound running backs.
Quarterback's supposed to be a pretty good sized guy who I think he's a baseball commit to Vanderbilt.
Is that right?
Yeah, he is Vanderbilt commitment. That's correct.
Yeah, well, he didn't throw it. All he had to do was hand off. And he took a couple runs too. So that's a close one, tough one to lose.
Yeah.
Huntland beat Community 46-7. That game was called short in the third
And I'm
quarter.
going to tell you, I was there. I stayed. It started at 9:15. It's as good a Huntland team as I've seen in a while. And I told the coaches when they left, these Huntland boys they play hard. And I thought Community, they got down a little bit. You could see the old stuff that they got to get rid of. And I thought their coaches did a good job of trying to get that out of them. Community came back, and their one score was against Huntland's ones. Run off a big 60-yard run, fullback trap, which I love.
Isaac Jacobs, wasn't it?
He's number 0, whatever his name was. But thought they played hard in the third quarter. Into the third quarter, man, Lightning, it was orange all the way around, and both coaches just decided, we've been here for 4 hours, 5.
Do you think that it would have been a good idea to just cancel the game like a lot of schools did?
No,
and just go ahead and play?
No, not with Huntland where they were, and you could tell, you could see that. And I'm gonna tell you, when in the second quarter, I looked at one of the SRO officers and I said, "Look up there, ain't a cloud in the sky," and it wasn't. You can see stars, and then boom, here it comes back again. And they almost got it in. The officials, both coaches agreed to, once it started at 9:15, to do 10-minute quarters and a 5-minute halftime. And
what was the reason behind that? Because of the time, but you being so late?
Because of the time and seeing the next front.
They knew they were on borrowed time.
They knew they had that window to try to get it in. And it being a non-region game, and Huntland. So, yeah, it was, but it had nothing to do with the outcome of the game. But
No, but we got less plays in.
Got less plays in. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. I mean, right now we need all the plays we can get.
They do. Maybe they get some on Monday.
Maybe we won't have
Maybe
any more
go.
weather issues like this the rest of the year.
Well, and I heard on the radio that, and it West and Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee didn't affect them.
No, they got over before it got out there.
And I know I was listening to the game, and it was like 7:15, and I was running through my radio channel trying to find games. The Riverdale Blackman game was at halftime, so evidently they started their game.
Several of them
6.
started earlier.
Okay, we got a guess. Now this is definitely a guess. Daniel Keel says it was Reggie Cobb. That's a good guess.
That's a great guess. That's not it.
That's not it. That would have been my
No, that's a great guess.
Is
Daniel
it before
Keel,
Reggie
mold
Cobb?
number 72.
Is it between Majors and Reggie Cobb?
Yes.
Oh man, that's a dead giveaway right there. isn't it?
Nah, not necessarily. That's still
Okay,
going to be
all
tough.
right.
That's still a 30-year.
Trivia questions.
Yeah,
the
that
first
is,
Tennessee
yeah.
ball to run for 200 yards in a game. Who was it? All right, guys. Tullahoma 39, Cleveland 20.
Oklahoma's for real.
But this
for
ain't
real.
your daddy's Cleveland. They're 0-3. I
Okay.
remember back in the day,
Yeah,
Coach Parker,
yeah.
you do too.
Yeah.
You went down to
Yeah.
Cleveland and you
You
were
got-
playing dudes.
Yeah.
When we had to play Cleveland in the playoffs when I was at
Oof.
Sheffield, they went on a 3-year scan
Yeah.
where they were 45-0. They won 3 state
Yep.
championships
Yeah.
back to back to back. undefeated, 45-0, and we had a chance to beat them, one of them, and
Right.
got hosed.
We played them 5-6 years ago when Coach Palmer was here. We went down there and they came here. We beat them both times, but you could tell we were good, they were good, and they were dog fights. The last one we beat them pretty bad, but the first one, it was one of those. So over the years, Shelbyville has played Cleveland. So
Right. All right. Wilson Central 29, Coffee County 22.
does that surprise y'all?
Wilson Central, they say, is undefeated.
You're kidding.
And Coffee County's
Well,
got
that's
a
a big
brand new
turnaround
staff.
for them.
Yeah, it is.
They've been defeated for like the last 3
I
years.
think,
That's good.
I think I
It's
heard
good
on
to
the
see them
radio
turn
where
around.
Wilson
Yeah.
Central was undefeated.
It's
Yeah.
David Thomas's game. Martin Westview 43, Marshall County 14.
That's
That's where the Simpson guy that's
unbelievable.
in Alabama, the quarterback's brother, is the quarterback at this school.
Okay. Gotcha.
If you haven't seen Martin Westview, they are not a 2A, 3A. Them boys
They're
can play.
But Marshall
They
County,
can play.
what does this tell us about Marshall County? Bad night? I don't know.
Westview's really, really good. Like
Westview
win
can
the state
play.
good.
I know that,
Westview,
but
Westview could probably win the state again this year.
okay. Well, we
Very well
talk
done.
about Marshall County being a state contender every year. We talk
Yeah.
about it, or they're not this
But
year.
they're not. But we talk about it, but they haven't ever been there.
No, but they go
They-
deep. They go deep.
What's deep?
Yeah,
Two rounds?
Quarterfinals.
I don't think they're quite as good as they normally are.
They're not. They're not.
Upset of the night. Lawrence County 42,
No,
Giles County
there-
28.
There's your upset.
That's the upset.
Lawrence
of the week,
County's
maybe the year.
undefeated, guys. They're
Huh?
undefeated.
Yeah.
They beat Summertown. They beat somebody
Barely,
else.
barely beat Summertown.
Yeah, and barely beat Summertown. And then you're fixing to talk about another team that's undefeated right here. In just a
Lincoln
second.
County 49, Battle Creek 0.
There you go.
Battle Creek's their first year.
First year.
And that's tough.
I agree. But Lincoln County
And what's
undefeated also.
interesting, I think they started off as a 3A school maybe, and they say by the time the redistricting comes,
Four.
Battle Creek may be up to a 6A.
Oh my gosh.
That's how fast.
Do they even have
Sure.
that much room in that school?
Well, that-
I heard
well,
over there last
Well,
year,
the
it
reason
wasn't.
it's like that is Nolensville was the same way.
Yeah.
Nolensville played in Cascade because they start with freshmen, and then it's freshmen and sophomores because they don't make everybody come into them. They let them build,
Yeah.
let them stay into the school. So then when it becomes, it was freshmen and sophomores for this one.
Yep.
Right.
Now, when in 2 years, those sophomores are going to be seniors with all the others. Why you going to get them in 6A?
All right,
Okay,
Water.
we got a guess. Dave Overcast says Johnny Jones. That's a good one.
That is a good one. That's not it either. Good
No,
guess,
That
David.
was a
No.
good guess.
Nobody Twitter it up now. All right, go ahead.
Watertown 31, DeKalb County 0. Mount Pleasant Forest got delayed to today. Cannon County 61, Pickett County 0. Sadly, Cannon County's next up for community. And Cannon County has got some players.
Yeah, Cannon County has been building a program, and they've had very good middle school teams the last couple of years. So that's starting to edge its way up.
Oakland Smyrna, I took a look at that a little bit last night. It was actually Smyrna early on was in this game, believe it or not. They
Yeah.
lost 35-0.
I think I heard on the radio where they cut that game short. I don't think it went all 4 quarters.
Well, early on, Smyrna was hanging with them, and I want to say they were going to kick a field goal to go up. They got blocked, maybe went back the other way, and then it unraveled from there.
But I'm thinking I heard on the radio where that game was cut short, like the community.
Yeah, I'm
game.
not surprised. I mean, we were in Franklin
The one-
last night. It was just
Lightning
The one,
Lightning
the one
everywhere.
I got a feeling you're going to tell me next is the one that really shocked me.
Blackman 17, Riverdale 10.
Exactly.
That shocked me as well.
Because I was listening to that one. That shocked me.
And most of the rest of these games, guys, pretty much are all
Yeah.
delayed to
Yeah.
today. A lot of
Yeah.
football
A
today.
lot of
Some of them at 2:30, some of them at 3:30, some at 6, some at 7. It's
They
all
all
different times.
Yeah. And here's the deal. The rain's not going to stop most of them. It'll be the lightning. If
Yeah.
anything, it stops
And I
them.
don't
They'll
think-
play in the rain.
I don't think we're gonna have
and
much
I don't,
lightning
I don't
today.
think you got the lightning
Yeah.
with this one. So I think it's just going to be a steady dose
Yeah.
of what we got right now, which our ground can use it. But
It's cool too. It's gonna be staying in the
Definitely.
60s all day long.
feels more like football out
Yeah,
there.
it does. It
Yeah.
does.
You got rain like this, it's not like Coach Parker having to leave the sprinkler on overnight for the game.
that's right.
How does just a question, and Kenny, you might know this, and you guys might know. How does the rain, when we've had a steady rain like this, 2 or 3 inches of rain overnight, and artificial turf, like these kids are going to be playing on a
Right.
lot of. We're going to be playing at Franklin, which they've got artificial turf. If we were at home, we'd be playing on our new artificial turf. How does the rain? Does it just drain right through it so fast that it doesn't make a big difference?
Central's way I understand has got a drain system. They don't have a suction system, but they got a drain system. Some of these big programs have got suctions underneath. They just suck it on through
Somebody
Just
there.
pump it on out of
And
there.
pump it on out of there. But I think most of them, when you put the finances in that you put in these fields,
Yeah.
you think about that, and it's going to go. But it is going to make the field slick.
Yeah.
It's still going to be slick, and you're going to see them slide. And now, I never coached on turf that I can remember. I never practiced on turf, so I can't speak for that. But I know that they have a drainage systems built in.
Getting the right shoes tonight will be important.
Getting the right,
Yeah.
and that's another thing with turf is if you wear the wrong kind of shoe,
Yeah.
there's been known to be knees and ankles.
And the sad part
And
about
all
it,
of that
probably
go out.
2/3 of the players out there have one pair of shoes. They don't have cleats with different.
Right.
There's only the kids that my mom and daddy has gone out and bought 2 or 3 pairs
Right.
for.
Or the
I
other
know-
schools ball.
Yeah.
I know when Aaron was at MTSU and they were playing on turf, a lot of their offensive linemen wore tennis shoes
Mm-hmm.
for the mere fact that they didn't want
They want to
the
grab
stuff
grab.
sticking
Yeah.
in the ground.
Yeah.
They wore high top tennis shoes.
All right. What else we got high school wise, Bill? That's pretty much wrap up around here.
That's it. We'll move to college, but do the trivia question one more time. What Tennessee Vol player was the first person to run for over 200 yards in a single game?
And before we move on to college, so we get our people next week, Cheville will have their home opener
Right.
against Independence, 7 o'clock at Cheville. Cascade will play on Thursday night at home against Eagleville. Community in Cannon County, I believe, Community goes on the road to Cannon County Friday night. So you got a chance next week
See all
to see two
local.
without leaving the county.
Yeah. And the weather looks good next week.
And
Yeah.
the weather's going to be
70-ish all week.
nice and
What?
cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yep. All right, guys. Let's move on to college. But before we do, let's hear from our sponsors. First Bank here in Shelbyville on Madison Street. Great group of folks to do business with. And also we got,
Kincaid.
Service.
Company.
what about those mattresses?
Hey, matches other game.
That's right.
Service
Service
is
is
their
our
name.
middle name.
Service
There
is
you
their
go.
name.
We'll be right back.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid is everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
All righty, welcome back into the Bedford County Sports Talk live show here this Saturday morning. It is now 9:21 a.m. and you are watching live. For those people that have joined us, we appreciate it. And we've got that trivia question. Bill, why don't you tell us one more time what your trivia question is?
First Vol player to ever run for over 200 yards in a game.
All righty, first one.
Twittered
All
up.
right, Twitter it up. No, don't.
If I
Well,
tell
we
you
need to. Somebody got
That
one.
one's hard to even Twitter up, guys.
I bet it is.
It is difficult.
John Ward
What about John Ward?
chasing ball carrier.
Yeah.
Hey, we're talking college. Kenny was just fixing to break some news.
Yeah.
Tell me about this NIL thing.
I heard on the radio this morning coming in that it's gone through the first reading. It's got to go through a second reading. The coaches are going to get something they've been asking for NIL is only going to be one time in the month of January, 10 days. They have a January one and they have one in May after spring practice. They're doing away with it. It's past the first reading. It's going to the second reading. So if it passes this second reading, which they think it's going to pass the second reading, there's only going to be one NIL transfer portal time, 10 days in January.
I like it.
I like it because until we do something about you can go to 4 schools in 4
Yeah.
years and keep putting your hand in that cookie jar. That's
Jacoby Thomas.
That's what's got to be
Played at
addressed.
Tullahoma, went to MTSU,
Uh-huh.
went to Tennessee. Now he's at Miami.
Yep.
That's not
not right.
No, it's not right.
You're right.
But
You get one move.
and
which you should do.
for the
One move.
coaches,
And after that move, maybe you at least make them sit out a year and make them think about it.
and what that now here's the thing, what that would have done this year, if it would have hadn't happened, what's his name,
Nico.
would still be at Tennessee.
Well, thank goodness he's not, guys. Let's move into that one for a second. Because let's just say this.
Hey, they won that.
The
Tennessee
Tennessee
come out on the
offense
better end
looked
of the
like the
deal.
Tennessee offense with Aguilar. This tells me
Amazing how much
Nico-
faster we put the plays in.
it tells
last week,
me
wasn't it?
Nico could never run the offense.
No.
Brain power.
Yeah.
And buddy, you
Like
talk about
they're,
looking bad in
Oh,
UCLA.
it was terrible.
Almost felt sorry for the kid
I know.
because your NFL career is going
Oh,
down,
it's
down, down.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's like,
Well, he's big. He's tall.
don't feel sorry for him. It's just like me feeling sorry for those guys that's playing at Alabama. Did they look good last week? But you know what? They still getting that
Let
dang
me say this,
paycheck.
ask you this
Yeah.
about Alabama while we're talking about Alabama. Have you ever seen an Alabama team with a lack of effort that I
No,
saw
that's what I'm talking
on
about.
defense? They were just giving up.
It was pitiful.
It was
to watch.
sad.
It was pitiful to watch.
Nick Saban's head spit.
I'm telling you right
Saban would
now.
have had a cardiac.
Okay, yes.
Hey guys, we got some more guesses coming here. Dave Overcast says, I know he did it more than once, but not sure if he was the first. Who it was? He said Johnny Jones. Okay. And he said, and not twittering. Okay, just to define what twittering means. This is Bill's terminology.
Yes.
That means you're not looking it up.
You're not Googling.
You're not Googling.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I call it all
All
Twitter.
right, all right. So, and then we got Tim Loki comes in and says Holloway. Okay, you said running back.
Conridge Holloway.
Okay, but
That's a good guess.
That's a good guess.
That's a really
All right.
good guess.
Okay, Moore County. Mike Evanson comes in. Moore County quarterback is out for a year with an ACL
Yeah,
from the
ACL.
Cascade
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
All right. Travis Stevens is
Another
Coach
good
Tidwell's guess. And then Chuck Webb is Sean.
See, it's all after.
that's
It's all
his,
after Reggie Cobb, though.
That was my guess, was Chuck Webb.
So
when
it
I
has to
guessed
be
before I knew
somewhere in the
answer.
late 50s, 60s, or 70s.
It's in the 70s, 1970s.
Yeah, it's a 7.
It's a 70s.
That right there will give it away.
I bet it doesn't. This one's hard. This is a tough one. It's a good one.
It's going to be that guy.
And let me say this:
Well,
if there was ever a trivia question that was deserving of the S. Todd Bobo pin, it's
That
this one.
Yeah,
Rule
this is
31 mediator.
And I'm gonna throw a hint out. This individual did go play pro football,
He did.
but in a different position.
And that did give it away.
That
Did
did
come
give
it, David.
I don't think it'll ever
I,
happen.
st-
I don't think it'll ever happen.
I ain't got a clue who it
All right.
was.
Stanley
All right.
Morgan. When you said that, Stanley Morgan.
David gave it away.
Yeah.
Stanley Morgan.
Yeah.
I handed it to you on a
Yeah.
platter, didn't I?
It was against
he ended up
Hawaii
playing
in
wide receiver in
1975. He ran for 201 yards on 17 carries, and he played wide receiver and running back at Tennessee. But in '75, he was a running back and a great New England Patriot in the pros.
But here's the thing: I gave it away, so you got to come up with another one.
That, yeah.
That
Yeah.
gave it away.
Pretty good.
I gave
When you
too
said
much.
swap positions in 70s both.
Hey,
I
I'll
thought
do one
Stanley
more.
Morgan.
I'll do one trivia question for you right here.
All right, right here.
Tennessee in 1989 lost to Alabama 47-30, and a quarterback named Andy Kelly took over his reign as the Tennessee quarterback.
Right.
Who did Andy Kelly replace in 1989? Was the starter, and Kelly was the starter, 3 or 4 years after that. But who did Andy Kelly replace
All right.
in the Alabama game? They lost 47-30 in 1989. There's another trivia question. It's a good one.
It wasn't he Schuler. Or was it?
No,
No,
89. He should have
Schuler
been
was 90,
Okay.
91, 92.
His first name start with an S.
I'm not doing any more. No more hints on nothing.
Okay, no more hints. y'all.
Sterling
Somebody out there ought to be able to
Nice
get
one.
this. one.
Sterling Hinton.
Got it. You got it. It was a good one, though, wasn't it? Right off the
I
cuff.
thought
Sterl the Pearl, man.
I thought
Hey,
he was going to.
and no twittering, baby. No twittering.
I thought he was going to talk about that what's his name, Povich or what's his name at Vanderbilt?
Oh,
Pavier.
Pavier.
He's trying to bail his brothers out of jail right now.
We're going to talk Vandy here in a minute just for Jason Boyd.
Hey.
Oh, Tidwell came in and said Stanley Morgan.
There you
There
go.
we go, Coach.
There you go, Coach.
All right.
All right, college football. What do we have here, David Thomas?
We got the Todd Bobo line.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
The
We have
S
the
Todd
S
Bobo.
Bobo
Rule
line.
Yes,
31
Todd Bobo
mediator.
line.
Rule 31
All right.
mediation coming into play on this.
Ole Miss and Kentucky today in Lexington. The line was 10. It's down to 8.5.
Hey, just beginning. This is a bad week of
It
college
is.
football.
Oh,
guys.
this is cupcake
bad.
week.
Yeah.
That's what
Sure.
it is.
Well, and
We're
you
talking
got,
about this game.
and you got to
Guys.
look at this down south. This
Mhm.
weather's come through,
Yeah.
so it's going to affect. But I'm not going to
I
go.
think Ole
against,
Miss is,
I'm
I
not
think
going to
Ole
go
Miss runs
against
them up.
Lane.
Yeah.
I'm not going against Lane Kiffin.
and I think that'll be Alabama's next coach. I'm
Yeah.
going to go ahead and say it.
Kiffin.
Right away. Pretty soon.
To be my call if I was in.
Who's going to be
Bill-
the interim by
Bill-
game
Bill-
6 this year?
Bill
That's the
sent, me,
question.
Bill sent me a text the other day after they looked really good on TV. He's in the hot seat, and I thought, no, he ain't got a seat.
As a one Bama fan told me, you get 3 strikes if you're lucky at Alabama. Losing to Vanderbilt was strike 1, and last week was strike 2.
Then that was a bad looking.
Oh,
and
it
here-
didn't look good.
And here's the thing: they're playing Louisiana Monroe this week.
Yeah.
Saban lost to Louisiana Monroe,
I remember that.
but then the
07.
next week they got Wisconsin
this
coming
guy
in,
can't lose to.
and he better not lose either one of those.
All right,
two
the
games.
line on this game, Louisiana Monroe plus 35.5 against Alabama. Give me Louisiana Monroe in the 35.5 points.
Nah, I don't know.
I don't think so
I
this
think
week.
Bama will play inspired.
Yeah,
this
they
week.
They
should
better.
be. They
Who's
better.
going to inspire?
Yeah,
They better be inspired.
Oh, never mind. I didn't say
Yeah,
that.
they
Do it.
better.
All right.
Kansas and Missouri. This is an interesting border game. I think it's an interesting 6.5. Missouri's favored. I think that could be a pretty good football game. MTSU goes to Wisconsin.
Why?
The line's 28.5, and it couldn't be high
I
enough.
don't care, man.
Yeah,
There's
hey.
something. Hey, getting beat
Yeah.
that bad is
By
By
not
Austin
worth the
P
money,
in your
man.
home stadium and get blown out.
but
No,
they did.
we're in trouble.
But when that game was scheduled, they didn't know all
Right.
that other. But this is a good. I'm telling you, for somebody, I was at Wisconsin last year when Alabama played. That's a bucket list.
It's a neat place. Isn't it?
That's a bucket seat. If you ever get a chance, if your team ever plays at Wisconsin, go. Neat environment, great stadium, a lot of old tradition. Camp Randall, jump at the end of the third quarter before. That is and the most friendly people they are. They're
How
great
close is
people.
Wisconsin Stadium to Green Bay? Is that close?
Yeah, it is about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive.
Got a question here going back to high school football. This
Uh-huh.
is from Harold McAnally. Late in the Cascade game, a penalty was enforced and the game clock continued to run. Were the officials correct?
Not if a penalty was enforced while they were enforcing the penalty, unless it's a running clock, unless it's a 35-point game, it's supposed to stop.
No, they were
Exactly.
wrong.
Yeah, that would have been wrong.
That would have been wrong. So that could have been an issue right there.
Yeah. No, that the clock should have stopped because that was a 2-point, 3-point, 1-possession game. The clock should have stopped.
Right.
Now, after the penalty, had it have been a live ball penalty, after the penalty, and he gives the go, it can start. Oh, but if it's a dead ball penalty, then it won't start till the snap.
Right.
Things may go different down in Summertown, Tennessee.
Yep.
They have their own
Yeah, a
rules.
little different.
That's right.
Good guy down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
About like playing in the backyard at the Parkers. You make your rules up as you go.
There you go.
to fit your needs.
Here's
That's
a
right,
game I
right.
think's interesting, guys. You may disagree. South Florida and Florida.
Oh, I
The
think it's
line's
real.
18.5, and I think South Florida has a shot. in
I
this
would
game.
take South Florida and 18 points.
I would too.
South Florida's pretty. They,
Man,
South
y'all
Florida's
seem real
pretty good.
experienced.
They look
Yeah,
good, don't
y'all
they?
seem experienced in using the S. Todd Bobo line.
Absolutely. It teaches about probability and math.
And I'll tell
It
you,
does, doesn't it?
if I was Bama and you couldn't take Kiffin because Kiffin has a lot of baggage,
Uh-huh.
and Bama may say no thanks. The guy at South Florida, I'm telling you, he wouldn't be the big name that they want, but he's a great coach.
Yes, he is.
He's a really good coach.
So
That-
we're
that place
replacing
is
Alabama
sleeping
coach now, right? Is that what we're doing
He's
here
got.
on this show?
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
And
He can right the ship.
he could,
Sure.
yeah,
I mean,
he wins,
you know,
if he could somehow win 9 games, I think
Yeah.
he could. I mean, it's possible.
it's possible.
Does
But
that save his job?
I
I
do agree
games?
with the strike
I
rule,
would
though.
think
I
so.
think he's
Yeah.
down to one more bad outing or one more bad game, and I'd say he's gone.
And that's the, I always, and I'll go in and I was talking to some of my friends last night at the community game. A lot of times, everybody won't say it's the X's and O's, but a lot of times it's the Jimmys and Joes. And if your Jimmys and Joes don't perform, or your Jimmys and Joes,
Or holding their cell phone during warm-ups. I know you've seen that video.
that's
what?
There's a big lineman, I think, and he's doing his warm-ups, but he's got his phone out while he's warming up.
Oh, that's a problem.
So, yeah.
That don't happen
Yeah.
under Nick Saban.
Well,
No,
that's a
absolutely not.
difference.
A
Yeah.
lack of effort that you saw is on the
Sure.
coach.
The
Yeah.
part that
Because I'm
bothered
yanking
me,
those kids out of here. You're out of here.
14 games they've lost the penalty battle, all 14. That's concerning.
That's a
very
concerning.
concerning.
Very, very. That don't happen under
Yeah.
Nick
No,
Saban.
no,
That's the difference.
No,
They've got
Nick-
the athletes.
we
There's
did
no
have-
question.
We did have a rash of penalties with Nick.
Right.
Yeah.
There,
Right.
I mean, we did have a bunch of penalties, but
And that came.
Yeah.
Most of those penalties though were from aggressive play, not stupidity.
Right, yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah, it is.
That was
There's
a lack,
some
there was
I like
a lack of
there's-
aggression
There's a
last
couple
week.
of flags I like.
Yeah,
every
yeah,
now and then.
yeah.
Tennessee's got East Tennessee State today. There's no line on the game. Austin Peay's got Georgia today. And then tonight, we've got a battle at Virginia Tech. Virginia
It's-
Tech and Jason Boyd
Hey,
Vanderbilt fighting Commodores.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I think Vanderbilt's going to win it.
I do
I do
too.
too.
I agree with you.
I think
I
Vanderbilt's
got
gonna win
some friends that's going to that.
Let me
and
ask you this.
that is another place. If
Yeah.
you've never
Yeah.
been to Blacksburg,
Yeah.
they tell me that's
I
a
know.
place to go to watch a game.
Sadly, that's one of the best games of the day. That's
It really is at
Yeah.
6:30.
One of the better games.
And it's on the ACC network if you want to watch it, not the SEC network. ACC network.
Did I know or detect just a little bit of Jason pulling for Vanderbilt because their SEC team maybe a little
I'll
bit?
say this. I do want the SEC
Well,
to
you know
win.
he's got Commodore stripes today.
Well, no, I don't know about all that.
He's got big U team.
Yeah.
sitting
He
on
got
the
a
shine.
T over there, but these
But-
are Commodore stripes.
But yes,
Vanderbilt
I do-
has the better
I do like
quarterback
that.
in this game. That's
Yeah.
going to make the difference.
Okay. Good.
Obvious.
Okay.
However you say
He
his
is a
name,
better
yeah.
quarterback. Yeah, we'll give you
He
that.
is. And that was what you noticed against South Carolina. They couldn't score. They had quarterback
Yeah.
issues. And there's something about
Yeah.
that
All
kid
right,
that's a little off.
Mike Evanson comes out and says that Alabama coach, how you pronounce his last name? DeBoer.
DeBoer, something like
All right,
that.
not going anywhere with a $70 million buyout. Boy,
That's
I
true.
bet they would. Hey, I bet those alumni, if he loses 2 more games, they'll find the money.
I don't
They'll
know.
buy him out in
That's
a
a lot of money,
heartbeat.
though.
I agree
Yeah,
with you
At
100%.
70
They'll
million,
find that
at
money.
70
Hey.
million can go to the portal. a whole
In this
lot.
NIL era,
70
That's
million is a
nothing.
lot of.
That's
don't
nothing.
know.
Hey,
You
you
know
let
what
them-
it
but,
is.
but no, but here's the thing. Let those sharks get feeding down there. They'll come up with $70 million in a heartbeat.
I understand we're talking about Alabama, but Alabama don't have the finances.
It's
that
not like the
Georgia-
Texas.
No, no,
Georgia
no, they
and
don't- they
Texas
don't
and
have it.
Ohio State.
They don't have it in that pool right now. But when they make about 5 phone calls to some multimillionaires, the checks come flying to get rid of a coach.
and they should go into that pools and then that,
brings me to a little something I almost
Okay.
forgot. In 2024, recruiting money spent in the Southeastern Conference. You all guess what school spent the most money?
probably Alabama on because they recruited all year long.
The University of Tennessee at $5.38 million. Guess who number 2 was?
What is spent in recruiting? Are you talking about money to give kids
Nope,
stuff?
nope,
It's
this was
just air
just-
travel.
this was
Probably
air travel,
Okay.
hotel,
hotels.
That's
Well,
a
the
daggone
university
lot of
spent-
money.
bringing the students in
Yes,
for
sir,
their
gotcha.
on-campus
So
visits
no-
and
no
stuff like that.
Perks.
No,
No perks.
No under the now. You know,
Well,
there's
there's
under the
probably
table money,
50 million under.
This
This is what the
This
school
is-
spent to recruit.
All right.
This is legal
legal
money.
side of
So
it.
Alabama's number 2 at 5.27, A&M's 3 at 4.1, Georgia 4, Oklahoma. But the range is from Tennessee at 5.3, Florida just at 2.7, LSU 2.4, Vanderbilt's private. Mississippi State didn't spend $1 million, $990,000.
LSU surprised me. They don't.
Me
spend
too.
money.
That shocked
Yeah.
me.
Well, LSU, if you look at LSU, they don't go out.
They don't have to
They
go
don't-
very
they
far.
don't go.
Yeah, that's true.
They-
Another
go
one that
for
shocks me, and this is another problem Auburn's got. Auburn's down here at the bottom at number 12.
Yeah, that's changed though. But
Okay, pool this with your NIL money spent. Put it together, Bill, and you look at the amount of money that
It's
these teams are
ridiculous.
spending. Okay,
how much?
is Tennessee getting its money's
All right,
worth?
here's the thing. What did you say Tennessee spent in recruiting?
5.38 million.
Ohio State spent over $20 million on their starting 11 offensive players
In
last
NIL
year.
money.
Yeah.
In NIL money.
You're not talking about NIL.
No,
You're talking
this
about
is just
That was
university
recruiting.
Yeah.
cost of
But
recruiting.
Ohio State had over $20 million in their 11 starters. And let me tell you, where's their starting quarterback? Where did he sign out of high school? Alabama. Who's their best defensive player that they got? Towns. Where did he play? Who did he sign with out of high school? Alabama. I have yet to watch many games on TV when somebody makes a play that he's a transfer from Alabama. The guy that killed him, two guys that killed him last week when they were playing Florida State, both of them.
Got a
played
question
at
for you
Alabama.
guys. What's the top 3 states for high school signees coming into a major college program? The top 3 states.
Florida, California,
Louisiana,
Texas.
Texas.
Florida, California, and Texas.
I'll go to
Okay.
Louisiana.
That's something for us to look up.
Yeah,
But
Florida.
It's
I'm
Florida,
thinking
it's
of
Florida,
another-
Texas, and
Florida,
California.
I'm thinking Georgia is in
Georgia's
there too.
Georgia's right
might
in
be.
there pretty
They
close
are.
with them, but Florida, Texas, and California.
So big.
They got
is-
a yeah,
they
big
the-
culture spread.
yeah.
Culture
Texas is
spread.
huge.
and
Yeah.
Georgia's that way. LSU's not far, and some of the big places up north don't have the numbers, but they got some quality.
Yeah, but we're talking about just sheer numbers.
Sheer numbers.
Florida's got to be
Florida.
the top one.
Florida,
And then
Texas,
California, and then Texas,
Mhm.
maybe. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right.
And
we
then,
got
but
anything else, Bill?
Georgia's right with probably
Yeah.
number 4.
Yeah.
Probably
What
Louisiana's
else we
right number
got?
2.
Anything exciting happening that's not on your Todd Bobo line there?
Not really that I can think of. Arkansas State, and that's where our old Tennessee's ex-coach is at Arkansas State. Old Butch Jones is.
Butch.
He's building brick by brick.
Brick by brick, he's building
Has he
Arkansas
run out of
State
them
up.
things yet?
I don't know. I think he's still building it.
I think he's
Oh,
still.
he-
I think he's
There
still
for a
building
limited
brick.
bricks,
for a little
Unlimited
while,
brick.
he got to make them instead of use them.
Yeah.
The other thing I found interesting, guys, just about college was the fact FSU beats Alabama and only won 2 games last year, and they put them at number 14 in the AP
But
poll.
But you know,
Let's
hey,
talk
really?
about that just for a second.
Here, look at it.
Yeah,
Look
bring
at
up
how
our
many.
top 10.
Look at how many
That's the official poll.
transfer
That's right.
portal player. I don't think 2 of Florida State's starters against Alabama played at Florida State last
But
year.
how do you take them from nobody, won 2 games? Yeah, you beat Alabama and move them
I'm
up to
tell you,
14.
I'm gonna tell you
I'll
how
tell-
they did it.
I know how you're going to say.
You
Okay,
look at their
guys.
offensive coordinator. Their offensive coordinator, Chiswick. No, it ain't Chiswick. It's who was it? The coach at Auburn. Florida.
No, it's Gus Malzahn.
Gus
Malzahn.
Malzahn, yeah.
Malzahn can call some offense, and
This-
he knew.
And they
he
went down to
knows,
a quarterback. Well, quarterback's good.
and he knows
He is good.
Alabama.
Okay,
All right.
let's just see how many games. They're not going to do that
Oh
well.
yeah, they will.
Miami's going to get
7
them.
and 7
we'll,
wins.
we'll see.
That Syracuse team Tennessee beat is not bad either. I'm
No,
telling you,
they're not
Syracuse
terrible.
is not bad.
But
They're
they
not terrible.
lost more players than I didn't realize they replaced so many starters. They had to replace like 17
Oh, yeah.
starters.
They're
Okay.
not bad.
Here's the Bedford County Sports top 10 from after last week's games. We put this out Tuesday at about
It's the
noon.
only one you need to watch.
This is the
right
only
here.
one you need to pay attention to, guys. But there's some shockers in here. All right, number 1's Ohio State.
Alabama North.
Number 2, Penn State. Number 3, LSU. Okay, we had the LSU got 3 votes for number 1.
I was one of them.
All right,
I think
Georgia
it'll be 4.
4, Oregon 5,
Yeah.
Miami number 6, Texas number 7. After losing the ball game,
Yeah, but look
8,
who they lost to.
Clemson, 9, Mississippi, 10, South Carolina, and there were several people that were frustrated that Tennessee didn't make the
I
top
put
10.
him. Hey,
I did. I
I
put them
put 'em
like
in
And
7.
here-
here's David. I want to go back to you on this right here, because how can you put Texas 6 after they lost?
They only
Well,
lost
heck,
by 7 points.
And they lost at
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
How can you leave
by
Clemson?
7.
How can you leave Clemson up there who lost at home?
I'm tired of hearing about Clemson.
I am
Every
too.
time they play an
Now,
SEC
that
team, they
was-
get beat.
That
I'm
call in the
tired of hearing
LSU
about it.
game. Did anybody watch that call on the touchdown?
That one
Yes.
I can.
They should have
that
lost
one
by
I
2
can
touchdowns.
say.
Yeah.
But Texas losing to Ohio State, and who was calling the defense for Ohio State?
Oh, yeah.
A six-time
Patricia, yeah.
a 6-time Super Bowl champion defensive coordinator, Patricia, that can disguise a defense. And, they've gone out and they probably got $15 million in their defense this year and disguise all that stuff
Okay.
against a guy that's starting for his first time ever.
All right, let's talk about what a poll actually means. All right, we've got Mississippi at 9, South Carolina at 10. We're saying out of this group, there's 17 guys that vote on this every week. All 17 voted but one, and I'm going to chastise him publicly sometime. Good. All right. Mississippi, we're saying Mississippi's better than Tennessee. We're saying South Carolina's better than Tennessee on the outcome of this poll. So, what is a poll, guys? Is it just opinion?
It's
right?
It's an opinion.
And guess what? This is our opinion as a group.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
just
that's
an
what
opinion.
AP is. That's what the coaches poll is. That's what everything
It's
is.
all opinionated.
But a lot of it comes with some educated thoughts. Okay. And it comes with some bias. Okay. And I will tell everybody that votes on this, use bias. Your favorite, if you want to vote for your favorite team, do it. Some did. Okay. But that goes into real polls too.
I only put him at 10, so I didn't get too biased there.
No,
And I think you should start over every year instead of worrying about what happened last year. This is a new year.
exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
But
But
let me
we
go back-
all think about
Let
that.
me go back to the egregious call in the LSU Clemson game
Egregious call.
it was the
one of the worst
worst
calls I've ever seen.
because the kid catches it at the 3.
Yeah.
He goes in and scores, right? Then they call touchdown.
Goes over the pylon.
Going over the pylon.
Doesn't matter what happens after going
Does
pylon.
not matter.
No.
Then they review it and say that he didn't control the ball out of bounds
Right.
and overturn the touchdown.
Now,
Once you
and
cross the
It's
pylon,
done.
plays
no,
over.
wait,
Done.
no,
It's
well,
supposed
no.
to be
The
clear and
goal line.
obvious.
The
Wait
goal
a sec. Was it a passing play or a running play?
Passing ball.
All right, if it's a passing play, you have to show you've got control of the ball.
He
Whether
had 3 feet down
Yeah.
and was running with the ball and ran it in.
well, that's
He had 3 feet now.
Yeah, he had 3
Boom,
feet.
boom,
It
He
was
got his third step.
he got his third
that-
step.
that is one that you can. They got to make sure that you had possession of the ball
Had it.
and making
He checked off all the
He
boxes.
checked everyone.
making a football move.
All right.
He
Well,
keeps
let
running.
me. This just proves that they can still miss it with video.
Sure.
Oh, when
Sure,
they went and reviewed it, I'm
exactly.
like, well, this
Yeah.
is going to get this.
This was
100%.
easy.
Yeah.
100%
So
touchdown.
they can
And
still
then
make the bad
overturned it.
call with the video.
The
All right.
videos, the referees on the field did not make the call. It was
They
the guy
did it
up there
up
in the
there.
box
Yeah.
that did it.
All
And
right,
that's
so
what
anyway.
bothers
So
me.
what the referees on the field called?
The touchdown.
And they changed
And
it
they
up in the box.
that's what set me off was the video says
Yeah,
no,
I'm like,
the
well,
referees are going
this is going
touchdown.
to be touchdown. This is for sure a touchdown.
Well,
Well-
you should back the referee's call unless it's
Yeah.
obvious, right?
Unless
It's got to be
shows.
obvious. It's got to be
Yeah,
obvious. to
it's
read.
gotta
gotta
obvious
be-
the
it's
other
gotta
way.
be something.
All right. Well, that just proves right
Right.
now some human somewhere made an error. That film
Well,
was
that-
what it was, and they made the call. and it was wrong.
When they go to the video
Yeah.
review, that's multi-humans.
Yep. Multiple.
Speaking of
All right.
what was so impressive about LSU, who did he bring in as his defensive coordinator? Because that defense, I haven't seen
They look
LSU
really
play
good.
defense
Yeah.
like that
Here's
since Saban was at LSU.
LSU's got
Guys, we're running out
athletes.
of time.
Yeah.
We've got just a
We ain't
little
got
bit.
the NFL yet.
We ain't got to the NFL, but
yet.
let's just jump
Hey.
right into it and wind up right here, guys. Last night's game. What to go back to the Dallas Philly game? What y'all think about that one?
That was closer than I
About
thought.
like I thought. Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb doesn't drop the balls.
Yeah, they won
Dallas
the
wins the
game.
ball game.
Yeah.
CeeDee
He dropped,
just kept
yeah.
dropping the ball.
Well, what about
he
the
owned up
start
to
of the game?
Oh wow.
Well, moving to last night's game, Justin Herbert put on a clinic.
Yes,
No doubt, he's an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey took
Might have
worthy
killed
out for the rest of the
Might
year.
have taken his own team.
Number one receiver
Whoa,
out.
I
We don't know for
and
how long.
here's the thing: they collided, but you don't know that it's on Kelsey. It
We're
could
gonna
have been-
blame it on him.
I know you're gonna blame it on it. It could have been the other guy that.
could have
He
been.
was too busy looking at Taylor Swift up there, not
That's
watching for his
probably what it is.
teammates.
All right, what we
There
got
you
coming
go.
up this
All
week?
right, coming up this week, you got
Where's the Titans? They're going to
Titans going to
Denver
Denver.
at what time tomorrow?
3:30, 3:25's kickoff. The line is the biggest line of the week, 8.5 points. Couldn't be high enough. Take the Broncos.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that's the same
It's a
time
tough place for a rookie quarterback.
Packers
Yeah, it
play at
is.
3:25 also.
Packers
All
and the Lions, and
That's a good game. Right, too.
the Lions are getting 2.5 points at the Packers. I still think the Lions are good. This is going to be maybe the game. This
That
one
could be the best.
and the
one,
Ravens Bills are your two best games of the week.
Yeah, those would be.
That's the two best ones.
I'm
What
going to say the
is
Lions.
Is the Raven and Bills the Sunday night game?
Sunday night game,
And then the Monday night game is
Vikings and Bears.
Vikings and
You
Bears.
put this down.
Put it
I'm not,
down.
I'm
Here.
not going
All
to
right,
be
with your-
shocked if the
It's Todd
Lions
Bobo
if the
fans.
Lions don't make the playoffs.
Don't make it.
I've said all
If
along.
they don't make it,
I don't
that-
think
that means
I
they're
think
not
there's a
gonna make
chance
the
that they will
playoffs
not
this
make
year.
the playoffs.
I wrote it down. It's Todd.
Because let me tell you, everybody likes his coach, and I think he's a great guy. If I could pick a neighbor,
yeah,
Dan Campbell would be the man.
Dan
wouldn't he?
Campbell.
because he's got you back. And
But he had two really good coordinators last year, and I think he's gonna get exposed this year.
See, I'm
He
gonna
got-
say I'm
he
gonna
got-
go the opposite.
let him
with
get
you.
away.
He let him get away.
When you had 8 and it became 9, if you're starting 11 on defense, get hurt the way they did for the Lions,
Yeah.
it still went 15-2. That's on Dan. I think Dan Campbell. I'm gonna give him a lot more
He's
credit.
and I'll tell you what Dan Campbell's got going for him. That Coach DeBeer at Alabama don't have going for him is watch his
Yeah.
kids play.
Players like
Yeah.
him.
Watch
They
the
do
players
like him,
play.
They play for him.
guys.
They play
Guys,
hard.
I mean, it's just the league's getting started. Last night told me something. Harbaugh is a coach.
He
Okay?
sure
He
is.
has turned that program around at San Diego,
Yep.
and I think they're going to win the West. And I think they got a good chance of being the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean they beat the
Watch
top
Denver.
dog in
Denver's
I
gonna
know.
be better than you think too. I'm
I
telling
know.
you, I
Those
like
two
Sean
are in.
Payton.
Those two are in.
Denver's gonna be
Kansas
better
City.
That's the best division in pro football now.
Yeah.
Maybe that AFC
I don't
West.
think so. I think it's north of first, still pretty good.
Bo Nix is the next.
It may be the best in AFC, no doubt.
Because you got 3 teams that
No
are
doubt
that are
in
good,
AFC. And I'll
and the
tell you,
Raiders are gonna be better.
hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was watching Good Morning Football, and the 3 analysts were picking their team that was going to win the division. I don't know if you watched it, and they got this big AI, artificial intelligent robot, and he was picking. And you know who he picked to win? What's it? AFC South? Is that what Titans are in? That
Jacksonville.
that AI robot picked the Titans to win.
It
the
is, a
AI
bad,
division.
robot.
it is a bad division. It is.
And
really
it
bad
is
division.
probably the weakest of the division. But you know, if they play well,
Somebody's got to win.
Somebody's got to
gotta
win it.
Well, I tell you, who's
I
not
know
gonna
they-
win.
Well, I tell you something. All 4 AFC teams do their best to try to lose that division every year. It's like they don't even. I don't know.
On
man.
paper, Houston should win the
Houston,
they
division. If
should.
their offensive line-
They
They
should.
should.
They
If their
should.
offensive
Should
line is
win
not
it.
terrible. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
sure
they
their line's
find a
not
way to
horrible.
screw stuff up too.
Sure.
I
It's
think the
unbelievable.
Titans might be better than Colts though.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I think the Colts may be worse.
I think the
Well,
Colts might be
and the
worse.
Titans may be better than the Jags.
Guys, we've got cynical. We're pulling for them, but
Oh,
man,
you
it just
said-
don't look good.
You said use our opinions.
That's
I still,
exactly
I
right.
still think Jacksonville's,
Guys, we gotta go.
Jacksonville's
Yeah, we
going to
gotta
take a step up because I'm starting to buy into the Cohen guy and the job he did
Yeah.
in Tampa.
Yeah.
Pretty good job he did there.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we need to get out of here, guys. And Dave Overcast comes in. Jason's correct. Detroit struggle. You got a compadre there. All right. Let's remind our folks out there to visit our sponsors, First Bank here on Madison Street. Great bunch of folks to deal with. And we also have
Kincaid.
Service,
Company.
where mattresses are their game. And
and you can sleep on them.
that's right. Absolutely.
Remind everybody about the coaches show, David.
Coach's
Coach's
show.
show.
Tuesday at 6:00. We'll be talking with Coach Judd Dryden of the Chevrolet Golden Eagles, reviewing the game that we played tomorrow night and
We
talk
played
about
tonight.
We'll have
Play
player,
tonight.
we'll have player
tomorrow
interviews.
night.
Yep.
I'm confused.
Play tonight
All
at
this
6.
schedule change got me messed up. And we'll also see Coach Glenn Tidwell at 5:30 Wednesday, and he will have a player of the week
I thought that
with
worked
him.
out
That
really
went
good.
really
too.
good.
Mhm.
Nice young man was there this week, so y'all tune in for that. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place.